6. Pythagorean versus Neo-Sethian. How do the Pythagorean Order of Death and the Neo-Sethians differ in beliefs, aims, and methods? The Neo-Sethians of today wish for an end of days scenario to occur, and the Pythagoreans don't. So whenever the prospect of terrorism arises as a so-called war on civilization, or climate change as an excuse for a carbon tax, that is some overly sensationalistic catastrophist trying to cash in on contemporary fears about the end of the world. Whenever there is saber rattling for war, or actual military incursions, or even escalation of ongoing hot zone conflicts, it is this neo-Sethian philosophy among the elites who are fomenting it and pulling the strings behind the scenes, playing one side against the other. And this philosophy is truly a danger in an age when more and more nation states have advanced nuclear weapons. The construction of deep underground military bases has been ongoing since the late 1940s, when they were first developed as bomb shelters for surviving a possible nuclear war. All the desires and plans for bringing about the end of days and then trying to outlive it are clearly absurd. Nobody will survive such an event as a worldwide total thermonuclear holocaust, the impact of 99942 Apophis, or another significantly large asteroid, the eruption of the Yellowstone Caldera, or other massive super-volcano, or even a kill-shot solar flare, let alone the combination of all these into a single world-ending disaster. Anyone who plans to let happen if they could prevent it, or to cause to come about, the end of the world at this point in history should be considered mad, at least. Unfortunately, many madmen do still rule the world. Even those who want to see the destruction of what is, only in the name of a new order rising from the ashes of the old. Even those who see the cleansing of the earth, even those who see the destruction of civilization as a just, karmic retribution brought about by nature, cleansing earth of the human plague, even those who expect to escape by uploading their consciousness into some fictional, virtual reality haven, all these people are possessed by the Neo-Sethian philosophy. The fact that the urge to destroy the world is the dominant philosophy among the global elites now, when one would imagine they would rather preserve the world enslaved to them in order to have something to rule over than to simply want to compete over who gets to blow up who and when, is only due to the ruling elites being inhumanly prone to changes in cultural fashions and the concurrent peak in the sunspot cycle, driving us all to the brink of World War III. Meanwhile, the POD has functioned on a much smaller and more covert scale during the last decade and a half, and in keeping with the belief in a better possible future utopian world, has largely sought to spread the POD omnibus as its main means of existence. To this extent, the POD is an educational and occulted group, connected primarily by an interest in the POD material itself. However, while the Neo-Sethian eschatological philosophy is popular among the elites and the powers that be, the philosophy of the POD remains lesser known, if at all, and hardly imagined as a possibility in reality. Nevertheless, the POD will outlast the doomsday plans of the current globalist NWO, if only because the world will outlive this era too.